How to use the new workflow statuses. The way it works is pretty simple actually. We're going to go and we're going to create here as a sample um, one main status here in the, let's call it client active. Obviously it can be anything and it can have unlimited. And let's add something here saying good client in the secondary status. So basically what we're doing here is having this status available. Could be a huge list, and secondary the same. I have good client as a classification or status, but something more meaningful can be achieved. Okay, so now the goal is to be able to change this to, for example, client active, and that a workflow triggers automatically. Okay, let's see how we can do it. How we can do that. I'm gonna clear it for now and gonna go to the advanced level, even though it's possible to do it in the simple level just by using here the workflows and stuff. But I'm gonna do it here because we have this icon, which is kind of nice and available. So now I'm gonna go to the workflow manager by clicking Shift. You can see the tooltip. Shift click to go directly to the workflow area, as opposed to open the workflow. In this case, it will be empty. So I'm going to go to the workflow manager, which is also empty now, and I'm going to create a workflow that I'm going to call workflow test. And I can put this one maybe. So here, as the action, could be obviously anything, could be a bunch of things, but I'm going to select just note, and I'm going to put this is a workflow status test. Okay, so this is something that I want to be written in the notes automatically, and it's going to be written immediately, not in 2 days or whatever. It's going to be written in one immediately, and in the conditions and sign workflow if status are should be statuses, but is let's say there is only this one. It can be both, and it can be, if I put both, can be either by putting or. I mean, the or is already there. It can be either in this case. Either the secondary is good client, either the main status is client active, or it can be both. In this case, I'm going to do it just with this one for our initial test. And that's it, pretty much. That's all that I need to do, okay, to trigger this workflow. I can add additional conditions, which is very useful, or additional actions, things that are going to happen after that. But right now, for our test, the only thing that I'm going to do is to put this as client active. And remember to click outside, okay? Click outside is important. Because it's when it triggers actually, right? So I'm going to click outside, and it should have been triggered. So let's go to advanced. In fact, we have it here, so we can enter and see that this test workflow has been assigned, not triggered actually, has been assigned. I can trigger it manually, or it will be triggered depending of your timer in the setup. But you see, now we are in the action schedule page or list where, so this is not the one that we were before. The one that we were before was this one. Okay, this is the action list. So here we see that this one will be triggered today once the workflow triggers normally. And when it's going to trigger is related to whatever we have here in the setup agent privileges, where we have here, the time that when it can be triggered and how frequently. So every 60 minutes, you can put 10 minutes, whatever. So essentially, That will means that every 60 minutes, in this case, could be less, the workflow will be triggered. Whatever is pending will be triggered. So you are assigning, essentially assigning the thing. So for our last example, we're going to go to the workflow and put here good client, and I'm going to put both. Okay, so what it means is that I'm going to clear the workflow here, right? So that means obviously that is unassigned. Now we don't find anything here. If I click here, I'm gonna do it. If I click, we're not gonna find anything because it has been essentially deleted. I have unassigned everything. So let's see if I can, for example, if I right now go again, let's say that I even clear this to make the example clear. So if I click again, well, it's not marked. Okay, so you don't see a red, so it has not been assigned because the condition is that both have to be. If I clear this and I put this, mark this, and I click outside somewhere, can click in here, can click in here. So any place that is outside. So when I do that, is not marked either, right? It's not marked either. So, but if I put both, right, which is the condition, all right, now it is marked. So it's that easy, you see, very useful because you can trigger hundreds of actions potentially, and just by controlling the statuses. That's all.